Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time you'll be watching this session. Welcome to your one-stop lifestyle session at Prime Media TV. I am Ayo, and I remain your anchor for this session. Before I go into all that I have for you today, let's go on a quick break, and I'll be right back. Welcome back to the lifestyle session at Prime Media TV. Remember my name, I remain your smiling Ayo. So what do I have for you today? Something really beautiful, something you will find worth listening to, something you'll find worth watching. So, like you predicted, I will be anchoring this session with you today alone. Yes, and trust me, with you, with me in the studio, we're going to make it really interesting. So what is the topic? As you have seen before clicking on the video, we are looking at the beauty of decency. And a popular quote says, morals are private, decency are public, by Rita Mae Brown. Morals are private, while decency are public. Yes. You know, morals are things that you can only see them in action. For instance, when a person is respectful, you can only see them in action. You can only see respect in action. You can only see self-control in action. You cannot really see the word self-control in itself as an action word. You can only see it when it is being performed by a person. So another popular quote by Abdulaziz Henry Musa says, decency is judged by our actions and not by our words. Decency is judged by our actions. It is judged by what we can do. It is judged by what you can see. It is judged by the actions that is being carried out by a person. And this leads me to ask the question, what then is decency? You know, in this modern world, in our generation, when they see somebody that is not properly dressed, they say, that person is indecent. That person is not decent enough. You know, we limit decency to only ways of dressing. So what then is decency? Decency is a strong sense of right and wrong, as simple as that. Strong sense of right and wrong. The ability to know that this thing is wrong and this thing is right. The ability to do the right thing, leaving the wrong thing behind. That is decency. So you can then extend it to other parts of your life, like your financial life, your emotional life, your mental health. You can extend it to your mood of dressing. You can extend it to other part of your life. But decency in itself is the moral sense of right and wrong. It is judged by your actions and not by your words. You cannot tell me you are decent and you see somebody that is way older than you and you talk to them anyhow. No, it is not done. You cannot tell me you are decent and you talk to people anyhow. You are unkind with your words. Decency entails modesty and courtesy. Decency entails modesty and courtesy. So if you tell me you are decent, it means that to some extent you are modest in the way you deal with people. You are modest in the way you talk to people. You are modest in the way you relate with people. You are modest in your relations to your co-workers, in your relations to your friends, in your relations to your to the people around you. So when we talk about decency, decency is not limited to how a person dress. Decency is not limited to how a person talk. Remember, decency is the moral sense of right and wrong. The ability to know that this is good, this is not good. The ability to follow what is right, leaving what is not right behind. And remember the quote by Abdulaziz. That quote simply says that decency is judged by your actions. So it is the action that you carry out for people to see that judge that truly you are decent. It is your action that shows that, oh, this person is a person of is a decent person. This person is modest. This person is respectful. This person is kind. This person is this and that. Now, like I said earlier, most times people limit decency to mode of dressings alone, and I said I stand to be corrected that decency is not limited to the way you dress. Decency is extended to other part of your life, like being kind to people. You cannot tell me you dress well and your character stinks to others. You cannot tell me you dress modestly, decently, and when you talk to people, people tend to see that they cannot even see the religion that you preach to them. So decency is extended to being kind and respectful to others. It is extended to treating others well. It is extended to showing respect to people. It is extended to loving people, treating people the way you want to be treated. That is what decency is all about. And like a popular and unknown saying that says, decency is contagious, my darling. Decency is contagious. It is something that you need to spread. Let us spread it wherever we go to. And I said that decency is expressed in your kindness. Decency is expressed in the way you treat people. So decency is an action that is contagious, something that you must spread to people. So let's see how you can spread kindness. You can spread kindness to people by being polite. You can spread kindness to people by being respectful, being polite in the sense that you can use your 5 magic words at intervals, and you do them intentionally. You say thank you when people give gift to you. You say pardon me when you want to take excuse from people. You say sorry when you are wrong, and you use your magic words expressly and effortlessly. So these are some actions that we must spread for us to make our community a better place, for us to make our community a safe environment for people to dwell. Remember, if we want a change in the economy of our country, if we want our country to become better, it must start with us as an individual. Whatever change you want to cause in our society, it must start with us personally. The change begins with you. The change begins with me. That is how we make the world a better place. So one of the ways you can spread decency is to be kind and polite to others. Talk to people with respect. When you offend people, do not seek for justification for your action. Do not say, you should have said this first. You should have watched. You should have. Instead of saying you should have, you know you are at fault. Stop saying, I'm sorry, but it was your fault. I'm sorry, but you did this. I'm sorry, but you did that. No. Own up to the responsibility, own up to your mistake, and simply say, I am sorry for hurting you. I am sorry for doing this. I am sorry for doing that. Own up, apologize, and own up to your wrong. Stop trying to defend your wrong action. Stop trying to defend what you have done. Simply apologize and move on. So what other ways can you spread decency by being polite? Consider your language. Consider your language. Consider the things that you say before saying it. You see, it is not about saying sorry. It is about how you say it. There are people that they say sorry now and I am so sorry. Can you see the difference between sorry now and I am so sorry? The difference is in the language, the way you say it. There's a way you say sorry to people, sorry. And I am so sorry. There's a difference between sorry and I am so sorry. I apologize for what I have done to you. So you must be mindful of your language. You must be mindful of the way you talk to people, not only when you're apologizing to them, but the ways in which you're talking to them. You don't go ahead and talk to people like, okay, so why are you here? What are you doing here? There's difference between why are you here and what are you doing here. And, why are you here? Can you please tell us why you are here? There's difference between these two things. So please take cognizance of this. Take cognizance of this. And another way to show decency, another way, one of the ways in which you can show decency is by treating others with fairness and dignity. treating others with fairness and dignity. This quote says, treating others with fairness and dignity is the rain that helps them to grow and be fruitful. It is the rain that helps them to um to to uh to grow and blossom. It is one of the ways. It is one of the way you can help them to grow and be fruitful. How then do you make this a reality? How can you make this a reality? You make this a reality by treating people the way you want to be treated. One of the ways you can treat people with fairness and integrity is by treating others the way you want to be treated. There are people that want to be respected, but they don't respect people. Remember the popular saying, respect is reciprocal. If you want people to respect you, you have to respect them first. This life is give and take. You get whatever you give to people. If you respect people, there's tendency to be respected in return. If you honor people, there's tendency to be honored. Husbands want their wife to love them. Husbands want their wife to be submissive, but they do not love their wife. And this thing is interchangeable. It is something that goes hand in hand. You give me respect, I submit to you. I submit to you, you respect me. And it is easy for a man, it is easy for a woman to submit to a man that loves her. You do not expect a woman to submit to a man that does not show any outer of respect for her. You do not expect a woman to submit to a man that doesn't love her. Every woman wants to be loved. Every man wants to be submitted, want a woman to submit to them. So if you want your wife, your woman to submit to you, you have to give the first. You love her and she submits to you in return. So if you want to show decency in fairness, it is expedient for you to treat people the way you want to be treated. Love people. If you want people to love you, love them in return. If you want people to be kind to you, be kind to them. If you want people to honor you, honor them. If you want people to respect you, respect them. If you want others to be honest, you have to be honest. It is give and take. One of the ways in which you can show fairness and integrity is by being empathetic. By being empathetic, show concern, show that you love this person, be interested in what bothers them. There are people that when people are talking to them about their problems, the next thing they do is that, even me too, I'm going through a lot right now. I'm going through a lot. I'm going through a lot. I'm going through a lot. You know, everybody wants to be heard and we do not bother about what others are going through. For instance, somebody comes to you and the person says something like, I'm really going through a lot. I need somebody to talk to. I need somebody to talk to. I've not had peace of mind for the past 1 week. And you go all about and you start saying something like, even me too, even myself, as I did so, my life is a mess right now. You've not taken time to listen to the person that came to you, but you've gone ahead to start talking about yourself. If all that you do is to talk about yourself when people are sharing their burden with you, it is a proof that you are not listening to them. So one of the ways you can show decency and fairness is by listening to others. Show concern to them. Show concern for them. Let them know that you are interested in what they are interested in. And other ways you can show fairness and equality is that do not give preferential treatments. Do not give preferential treatment when you are treating people. For instance, you have a rich friend and a poor friend. You don't say because my friend is rich, then you go ahead and say, okay, because she is rich, I'm going to respect her. And the one that is poor, you do not visit her at all. But you see that one that is very rich, you are all around her, you're always talking about them on your social media platform. But the one that is poor, the one that nobody knows, you don't talk about them. That is wrong. Also, learn to praise in public and correct in private. Learn to praise in public and correct in private. There are people that, let's say among your co-workers, or you are the boss, you want to correct people that are subordinate. You don't correct them where everybody is, especially where their subordinates are. You should correct them in the private. in the public. If let's say, for instance, there's a visible mistake, there's something that this person has done that shows that, oh, there's a big mistake. Instead of saying, why would you do this? Why would you do that? You can cover up for them in the public. Oh, they did that. It could have been a mistake. It could have been technical issue. It could have been something they forgot to do or something. Then when you get to private, you can correct them in the private. I hope you've been able to get 1 or 2 lessons from this session. I would like to go on a quick break now. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'll be right back to dissect every other thing that I have for you today. Let's quickly see this musical video.
By the finger of the Lord, this is the finger of the Lord. Walking beside me through the fire, through the rain. I didn't burn, I didn't drown, but you were right by my side. I'm a living testimony of the goodness of the Lord. This is the doing of the Lord.
Welcome back from that musical break. That is You Are Doing It by Diana Hamilton and Mercy Chinwo. It is something you should listen to. I love how Mercy Chinwo, how she picked that dialect, and it is making me to feel like, you need to learn a lot, especially other language. And if you're interested in teaching me other language, I'm open to being taught. Okay, we are looking at the last part. The last part of this topic, the part that everybody is always talking about when it comes to decency. When it comes to decency, people are always concerned with the fact that you have to be decent in dressing, you have to be decent in this, and it brings me to ask the question, then what then is decency in dressing? What then is decency in dressing? Is decency shown when you wear something up, when you're on the turtleneck, when you're on a turtleneck, when you are wearing a very long skirt as a woman, when you are covering every part of your body like this, when all we can see is just your face. Is this all that shows decency? Now, I stand to be corrected. At the same time, I feel like any part of your body that's like from this upper part of your body, from this part of your body upward, and your knee area downwards as a woman, that is the sensitive part of your body. I'm going to repeat that so you can see me very well. From this part of your body upward, from this part of your body upward, and from your knee area downward are the sensitive part of your body. From this part of your body upward and from your knee area downwards, they are the sensitive part of your body that should be properly covered. And I would like to show you something on the screen. As you can see, this part of your body as a woman, your thigh down to your hip area, they ought to be covered. Like I said earlier, I stand to be corrected. Yes, some persons will say something like, do you wear covered clothes to the club? Do you wear clothes that is not showing, revealing some flesh, that is not revealing some skin? Do you wear this type of clothes as it is being displayed to you on the screen? Do you wear this type of clothes to the club? Like, I don't understand. We are gradually giving different names to indecency. We call it flesh. Like recently, I watched a TV show, and the host and the guests that came to that TV show, practically every part of their body was revealing. She had, one of them had to be covering her cleavage, as she had to be adjusting the dress. In fact, before they could post the video, they had to blur the sensitive part of their area, like their cleavage, their laps. They had to block it, they had to blur that image before posting it. And I wonder the amount of persons that will watch that particular program, and they will go back to have erroneous, erotic thoughts in their mind. And we expect that the issue of rape be minimized in our environment. Now, it may not even be the people that is showing this part of their body that are raped. It is innocent young ladies that end up being raped because something has been projected into the mind of the person that has watched that particular image, and he is looking at the woman he is going to carry it out on. Now, I am not talking about this on a religious perspective. Imagine, as a woman, you are wearing something this short and it is still slitted at the back. Tell me what you are showing. Tell me how you want to walk that is not convenient enough for you to walk, to the point that you still have to slit it. Now, people are always talking about decency and female. Let's look at decency and male. Let's tackle the guys too. Just imagine something like this. Why reveal your boxers when you are wearing some dresses? Why reveal your boxers when you have a belt? What is the essence of belt? That's my first question. The essence of belt is to hold your trousers firmly to your waist, right? That's the essence of belts. But you see some guys now, they will wear some dresses, and they will wear their trousers, and without a belt, they will now use their hand. They will use their hand to adjust, to hold the trouser firmly, to hold it to the top. And I am wondering, like, is it that these people do not have any other thing they can use their hand to do other than to use their hand to hold the belt strap of their trousers? Indecency among guys. You see some persons, they wear ordinary singlets and they feel like, oh, I'm comfortable with wearing ordinary singlets. Please, if we want the country, the society, now I'm not even talking about country per se. If we want the society to be a better place, we must learn to portray decency with high esteem, so that when a guy sees you, he will not go back to lust in his closet. When a guy sees you, he will not go back to thinking about sex, to thinking about how he's going to go down with another innocent girl. When a lady sees you, she's not thinking about your six-pack and how she's going to lay with you on the bed. Yes, I know you'll be saying they should guide their eyes too. They should cover their eyes. They should not look. Do you know that there are people that they've had sex with a lady even without taking the woman into their room? Why? Because of everything that is showing outside, because of what they are supposed to cover, that they are showing to the world. Now, I'm going to send this as a note of warning to our married brethren, our married sisters, our married ladies. Yes, you don't want to portray indecency, so you are covering every part of your body when you are outside. But why cover every part of your body when you are inside with your husband? Why do this? Why wear turtleneck when you are alone with your husband? Please, what are you trying to portray? Decency inside your home, in your bedroom, your matrimonial bed, your matrimonial home. Why cover up when you can show some flesh to daddy? That is when you should show the flesh. Show it to your husband, show it to your wife. But when you are outside, maintain a level of decency in your dressing. And this will bring me to the end of this session. Remember, please do well to drop your comments concerning what is your opinion on decency what your opinion is on the beauty of decency. I am a fan of cover body gang. I am a fan of covering up when you are going out. You don't need to reveal this to be noticed. You don't need to be you don't need to be open for everybody to see you. Trust me, now food wey dey cover people dey chop. If you leave your food open too long, it's become, you lose the taste, you lose interest in eating that food because you'll be afraid flies are perched on it, different kind of persons are seeing that food, and you will not be eager to eat such food again. So please join the cover body gang. I'm using this medium to advocate for our ladies to cover up, for our guys to cover up. Remember, decency is not limited to your dressing. Be kind, be polite, correct people outside, and praise people outside and correct them on the inside. Thank you so much for staying tuned with us on this session. I'll leave you with this. Morality is seen on the inside. Decency is displayed on the outside. Thank you so much for staying tuned with us. Please do want to follow us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook and on Instagram, we go by Prime Media TV. You can follow us on our website for back-to-back on all that we do on air. Visit enginespeak.com to get back-to-back on all that we do here. You can also follow us on YouTube. On YouTube, we go by enginespeak.com. We also have an online mall where you can shop for all your electronic appliances and anything at all that you want to shop, ranging from fashion, ranging from accessories, women accessories, men accessories, and everything at all that you want to shop. Please do want to visit www.remy.com.ng. Thank you so much for staying tuned with us. Till I come your way again, I do have a great day.